I'm Kevin, and I'm joined by my co-host with Harrison Bader like hair.
Yeah, it's a weird ordeal. Katie is just proving to be childish.
Which is why I don't feel I would give $5 million to Jack Campbell.
I don't know. Baseball is one of those sports where anyone who makes the playoffs really can be a contender.
I think the Padres definitely do it.
I don't think Donovan Mitchell gets traded.
Kyrie Irving does have the track record of not being a great locker room fit, or even good locker room fit.
Bader got some luscious locks. I gotta say it.
This is Zach Bigley, the broadcaster for the Frisco Rough Riders, and you're listening to Outsiders Opinions with Kevin and Austin. You guys better subscribe.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our NFL Opinions of the Weekend. The season is finally here. Football is finally here. And we got season predictions. Austin, I'm very excited to see what happens this year. Just in football in general, not with the Cowboys because they're just going to be mediocre. But it'd be kind of cool if they got a top 5 pick because that's exciting.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, but I always use this playoff predictors website for NFL. I think it's the best one because you get to pick every game. So you know that the records that each team has are perfect. I've done this for probably the last 3 or 4 years. I'm using it again this year. So, again, how this works, we just did, or we're about to do, our 5th year anniversary video. In that video, we'll talk about all the ones we've done previously. But for this one, you get 3 points if they're in the right spot of a division. Or 3 points if you pick a team to go to the playoffs and then make the playoffs. 1 point if they're in the right spot in their division. And then minus 1 point if you had them making the playoffs and they miss, or vice versa, you had a team making the playoffs and they make it. So,
yes.
Is there a certain division that you want to start out in, or a certain conference?
Let's go. I would like to do NFC, and I would like to do the NFC North because that one I think is going to be very interesting.
Okay. So I have, and again, this is with records. I have the Lions 11-6, then Packers at 11-6, then Bears at 10-7, and Vikings at 7-10. You don't have to have the records, but I just wanted to say them.
Okay, yeah, I do not have the records. I have the Packers winning the division. The Lions winning the division. Or no, Lions at 2. So Packers, Lions, Vikings, and then Bears. So to me, the Bears, I think it's going to be close, but I deferred to the Vikings and what Kevin O'Connell can do. And this is really Ben Johnson's first year being the head coach. Yes, he's an incredible offensive mind, but to me, Kevin O'Connell has it down. And I think JJ McCarthy and Caleb should be viewed as rookies because they're both under new systems, basically, or playing in systems for their first year. So I gave the edge to the Vikings because I believe Kevin O'Connell will know how to adjust to JJ McCarthy while Ben Johnson still figures it out. But I do think the Bears are going to be pretty good this year.
Yeah. I do think the Bears are going to be pretty good. I have them. We'll get into a playoffs here in a bit. We'll come back to that.
Well, yeah, and then the Lions I put down lower because they have to adjust to the new coordinators, where the Packers added defensive stud in Micah Parsons.
Yeah, the Micah Parsons addition I think will be huge. What division do you want to go to next?
We'll go to NFC West. I can do this one. I have the Niners returning, being healthy, winning the division. Then the Seahawks at 2, Rams at 3, Cardinals at 4.
So I have the 49ers going 13-4 this season, winning the division. I have the Rams getting 2 at 10-7. I have the Cardinals at 3 at 8-9, and the Seahawks at 4 at 7-10. I think those 2 through 4 will be pretty close, especially the Cardinals and Seahawks. I can see it really going either way. I like the Seahawks defense. I just have some worries about their offense. Does Cooper Kupp stay healthy? How does Sam Darnold do in a new system? Does K9 stay healthy? I think there's a fair amount of questions that need to be asked because their receiver room is completely, besides JSN, been completely changed.
Yeah. And yeah, it's a new look offense with Sam Darnold and the wide receivers. But I do think they figure it out. What division do you want to do now?
Let's move on to the NFC South. I have the Bucks at 1 at 12-5. I have the Falcons at 2 at 9-8. I have the Panthers at 3 at 6-11, and I have the Saints at 4 at 3-14.
Now I don't have the records, but I'm in complete agreement with you. The Bucks at 1, Falcons at 2, Panthers at 3, Saints at 4.
Okay, let's start your favorite team's division.
Oh yeah, I have Washington winning the division because I'm going every other year. A different team wins the division out of the 4. So Washington winning the division, the Eagles at 2, Giants at 3, Cowboys at 4.
Wow, that's a little crazy. Okay, I think you're just wanting the Cowboys to tank now.
It'd be kind of fun. I think I want to experience that. I'm sure Jets fans are like, no, tanking is terrible, but I'm sick of mediocrity. You either shoot for the moon and you hit and you win the Super Bowl, or you don't and you get the top 5 pick.
Yeah, that's fair. I have the Eagles winning the division again, going 12-5. I have Washington at 2 at 11-6. I have the Cowboys at 3 at 7-10, and I have the Giants at 4 at 2-15, which is the tied for the worst record in the NFL.
Wow, 2-15 for the Giants.
I just don't think their offense, besides Neighbors, I mean, that's it. I don't know how the running back room is going to really work out this season. It's Cam Scatterbo's rookie year. Tyrone Tracy's there. But I think their wide receiver core is meh outside of Neighbors. We'll have to see how either Russ or Jackson Dart. I do think they give Jackson Dart a chance during the season. I just can't find many games I thought the Giants had a serious chance of winning whenever doing this.
I like their offense. I think their offense can be consistent, where to me the Cowboys are going to be high and low. They'll have highs and lows, and yet I'm not a huge fan of Shoddy. So I trust more in the ball than Shoddy.
Okay, let's do our NFC playoff teams. I'll go in order from 1 to 7. My 1 seed is the 49ers. My 2 seed is the Eagles. My 3 seed is the Bucks. My 4 seed is the Lions. My 5 seed is the Packers. My 6 seed is the Commanders. And my 7 seed is the Bears. The Bears do get into the playoffs.
So I have 3 playoff teams from the NFC North. But first, you and I are in agreement on number 1 seed to the Niners. Packers are the 2 seed. Washington is the 3 seed. The Bucks are the 4 seed. Lions are the 5 seed. Eagles are the 6 seed. And the Vikings are the 7 seed.
Okay, so you think that 3 NFC North teams get in just like I do?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a packed division. It could be close to what it was between the Lions and Packers, to where the Lions would be the 3rd best team, but given how the NFL format is, they're the first wildcard team.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on. What division do you want to start out with in the AFC?
I'm curious what you have for the AFC South.
Bad. That's how I'll put it. Okay. I have the Texans at 8-9 winning the division. They have a very tough schedule, and I have concerns about their O-line. I have concerns about some parts of their defense. Stroud struggled last year. Obviously, by them winning the division, they still get in the playoffs. And then I have the Titans at 2 at 6-11. Then I had the Jaguars at 3 at also going 6-11. And I had the Colts tying the Giants for the worst record in the entire league at 2-15.
Wow. You have the Titans last?
No. I have Titans second. I have Texans, Titans, Jaguars, Colts.
Okay, got it. Colts are okay. All right, so I have Houston. I think they'll win the division. I don't have the records, but I do think we see a bounce back year from CJ Stroud and from Houston in general. Then I have the Jaguars at 2. I have the Titans at 3 and the Colts at 4.
Okay, so we're close. We're close there.
Yeah, and now we can go to another interesting division. To me, is the AFC West. I have the Chiefs winning it again, the Chargers in second, Broncos at 3, and the Raiders last.
That's exactly what I have, Kevin. I have Chiefs at 13-4. Chargers at 11-6. Broncos, same record as last year, 9-8. And then the Raiders getting last in the division, but they're 8-9. So I don't think the Raiders are going to be bad. I just don't think they're going to. It's a tough division to play in.
I agree. It's a tough division, and the Raiders are trying to do a lot in a little amount of time. They're trying to microwave a really good team by bringing in a lot of veterans and then taking a play now player in Ashton Genty.
Okay. So let's move on. Let's do AFC East. I'll go first. I have the Bills at 13-4 winning the division. I have the Patriots at 10-7. I have the Jets at 7-10. And I have the Dolphins going 5-12.
It is really surprising that you and I have this division perfect. I have Buffalo at 1, Patriots at 2, Jets at 3, Dolphins at 4. I thought I'd surprise you with that Patriots pick as the second in the division.
Nope. I'm in agreement.
I really do think Mike Vrabel has an effect.
I agree. Good coaches usually do.
Yep. And then the Jets, I think they have a good infrastructure. I believe Aaron Glenn's going to perform well.
Okay. What does your AFC North look like?
So I have Baltimore winning the division, the Bengals second, Steelers third, and the Browns 4.
We flip-flopped the top two. I have the Bengals at 1 going 13-4. I have the Ravens at 2, 12-5. I have the Steelers going below 500 for the first time under Mike Tomlin at 7-10. And the Browns going 3-14.
Wow. Yeah, it's really tough between the Bengals and Baltimore, but I put the Bengals lower because their defense is going to be tough. Yes, they do have Trey Hendrickson, but that is pretty much it.
In the playoffs, I think that's going to be more of a concern for me. But during the regular season, I think that their offense will be able to outscore a lot of its problems.
I think that will happen, but I believe they have to get warmed up for the season. Then that's going to happen in weeks 1 and 2.
Okay, so what does your AFC seeding look like?
So I have Buffalo as the number 1 seed, Baltimore as the number 2 seed, Chiefs as the 3 seed, Houston as the 4th seed, Bengals as the 5th seed, Chargers the 6th seed, and the Jaguars sneaking into the playoffs as the 7th seed. I really think their new coach is going to do well for them because he had a great offense with the Buccaneers last year, and I think he's going to help Trevor Lawrence and the offense grow.
Okay, so my top 3 seeds are all 13-4, but the way it shook out based on wins and how this worked out was the Bengals at 1, the Bills at 2, the Chiefs at 3, even though all 3 are 13-4. And then I had the Texans at 4. I have the Ravens at 5, Chargers at 6, just like you. And I have the Patriots making the playoffs this year with Mike Vrabel as the first year of his head coaching job in New England back at his old stomping grounds.
I almost had that there. So I think you have Buffalo's number 1 seed?
I have Bengals at 1, Buffalo at 2,
Okay, all right.
Chiefs at 3.
Okay, but yeah, you and I agree at the Chiefs is 3, and then, of course, the Houston at 4. But yeah, I think there are some sneaky teams in the AFC, and there are also going to be some bad teams. I think the Dolphins, it really depends on their health at QB.
Yeah, they scare me a lot this year. I think there's more than just that because Tyreek had a down year last year. We had to see Tua's decision-making. Then the health of Achane and their defense, I still have some reservations about, even with the addition of the safety.
Minka.
Minka, yeah.
Patrick. Yeah, okay. So that concludes the point portion of this video. We're still going to do the video, but this is where we have a little bit of fun. We're going to have some playoff predictions in this. Austin, I'll let you choose which conference you want to focus on.
So let's do AFC first. We'll just go through the first round. I have Texans facing Ravens. I have the Ravens winning. I have Bills versus Patriots. I have the Bills winning. And I have Chiefs versus Chargers. I have the Chiefs winning.
Okay, so I have Chiefs versus Chargers as well. I have the Chargers winning.
Wow.
I have Baltimore. I think this is kind of where you can see, all right, yes, they've been to 3 straight Super Bowls. Can they really do it again? I'm going to say no. I got to see him play first.
Okay.
So I have Chargers winning. Baltimore versus Jacksonville. I have Baltimore winning. Then I have Houston versus Cincy, and I have the Bengals winning.
Okay, what does your second round look like?
So my second round is Buffalo versus the Chargers. I have Buffalo winning. Then I have a divisional matchup between the Baltimore and the Bengals, and I have Baltimore winning.
Cool. I have Bengals Ravens, and I had the Bengals winning. Then I have Bills versus Chiefs, and I have the Bills winning.
All right. So you and I both have Buffalo in the championship.
That was the AFC Championship, yes.
Yeah, AFC Championship. Do you have them going to the Super Bowl?
I do. I do have Buffalo going to the Super Bowl. Yeah, I think the Bengals are going to be good this year, but I think the Bills end up winning it, even though this game would be in Cincinnati.
Ooh, yes, that'd be good. And it'd be a great quarterback matchup. I would say my matchup is Buffalo versus Baltimore, and that's a matchup we've talked about in the top 32 quarterbacks. Of course, you should check that out. But Josh Allen versus Lamar Jackson. This is going to be a huge debate. Whoever wins and loses this and what happens. I have Baltimore winning this matchup.
So Baltimore goes to the Super Bowl for the first time since they won it against the 49ers. So let's go into our NFC. Yeah. I'll do my first round first. Yeah. I have Bucks versus Commanders. I have the Commanders winning. I have Eagles versus Bears. I have the Eagles winning. Very reminiscent of the double doink. And I have the Lions versus the Packers. I have the Packers winning.
Okay. So I have Packers versus Vikings. I have the Packers winning. I have Washington versus the Eagles. I have the Eagles winning. And then I have the Buccaneers versus the Lions. I have the Lions winning, which leads to a second round of the Niners versus the Lions and the Packers facing the Eagles. And I have the Eagles winning against the Packers and then the Lions beating the Niners.
Okay. I have Niners versus Commanders. I have the Niners winning. I have Eagles versus Packers, and I have the Packers winning.
All right. So, do we have the same matchup, Eagles versus Packers? I just have it in the second round.
I had the Eagles playing the Packers, but I had the Packers beating the Eagles in this round.
Okay, got it.
And then my conference championship game is 49ers versus Packers.
Got it. Okay, wow. That's becoming a rivalry, especially in the championship game. Who do you have winning?
I had the 49ers winning.
Ooh, okay. I have the Lions facing the Eagles, and I have the Lions winning.
Okay. So, you have Lions, Ravens. I have 49ers, Bills. These teams, fun. My two teams have not won a Super Bowl. The 49ers in 30-plus years, Bills never. Yours, the Ravens won about a decade and a half ago. And obviously the Lions have not won a Super Bowl. So, who do you have winning your Super Bowl?
The Lions do not get a Super Bowl. I have Baltimore winning, and I have the MVP being Lamar Jackson.
Okay. I have Bills 49ers, like I said, and we both agree AFC champion is the Super Bowl champion. The Bills win the Super Bowl this year. Josh Allen is Super Bowl MVP.
Wow. So we both have quarterbacks that have yet to get that ring and heavily debated getting that ring. But you have Josh Allen, I have Lamar Jackson.
I like that a lot because I think those are the two quarterbacks that have the most to lose this season.
Agree. Yep. I'm in complete agreement on that. So let us know what you think about it. We really appreciate you listening. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And, of course, follow us throughout the season. We'll cover the NFL as much as we can in addition to the other sports as baseball is nearing the end of its regular season. And be on the lookout for more from Outsiders Opinions.